So apparently, at the Texas Roadhouse and another business called Logan's, they're spitting in black people's food.
Hey y'all, let me stop smiling because this shit ain't funny. I have a message for y'all today, and it's from a Facebook group called White and Proud. And this is a message that white servers have for black people. So I'm gonna read it for y'all just so I can spread awareness. But anyways, it says, to all you blacks in here, keep this in mind. Hope you enjoy your next meal next time you eat out. There is a Facebook group that I am a part of, which is this one that I'm reading from, and it is for white servers. We have come up with a plan. When a table of black diners come in and place their orders, we walk back to the kitchen to get your food when ready. There is always a blind spot in the kitchen and we are licking our fingers and touching your food. If it happens to be a Texas Roadhouse or Logan's, those rolls are full of our white saliva. Some of the cooks are in on this too. Think they are playing? They aren't. Believe me, this has been going on since y'all started this nonsense with Carmelo, the candy bar Anthony crap. By the way, the group has over 400K members. Enjoy y'all's food. Every single day, y'all continue to prove us right. Every single day, y'all are looking for new ways to be racist and just do the most. Don't y'all think that if y'all hate black people as much as y'all claim y'all do, why can't y'all just leave us the fuck alone? Like, why do y'all have to go the extra mile and do stuff like this? Why do y'all need to do all that? Why can't y'all just leave us alone? Huh? Why can't y'all just leave us alone? Like, all of this, it's unnecessary because black people not going nowhere. We still gonna be here at the end of the day. So what's the point of y'all doing this? And then when they find out who the fuck y'all is and then y'all get in trouble, y'all gonna blame black people then too, right? Like, in what universe does it make sense to do any of this? Huh? And then y'all get mad when we continue to talk about race. Everything is about race. We're gonna continue to talk about it if y'all keep doing dumbass shit like this. Like,
so Texas Roadhouse issued an apology at how they do not tolerate discrimination and how they will thoroughly look into this. And then there are a lot of people that are saying this is a fake thing. Do you not remember that Texas Roadhouse is the same place where that black customer found staples in their food? Same place. People said at that time that it was an accident how they found stuff in their food specifically. Nobody else, nor did Texas Roadhouse figure it out either. Now, while people are saying this is fake, how people will be spitting in customers' food, this is not fake. They've been doing this for a very long time. Where do you think the whole be nice to your service came from? People have found a lot of things in their food, and they have always said it's somehow an accident. The whole spitting in your food, the whole being nasty to the customers, this didn't come from black people. This came from racist white people because they did not want to have to serve black customers, especially. So another way of dealing with them, spitting in the food, being nasty, giving bad service to their customers.
Hi guys, my name is Kelvin and you're welcome back to the channel. Look, I need you to sit with this for a second. Imagine you walk into a restaurant. You're hungry. You're just trying to eat. You order the same meal everyone else is ordering, and somewhere in the back, out of sight, someone has decided that because of the color of your skin, your food is fair game. That's the story that exploded across social media this past weekend. A screenshot, an alleged Facebook post from someone named Nancy Smith in a group called White and Proud, claiming a secret group of nearly 400,000 white restaurant servers had a plan, a coordinated plan, to contaminate the food of black customers, licking fingers, touching plates in the blind spots, targeting the dinner rolls at places like Texas Roadhouse and Logan's Roadhouse. Cooks supposedly in on it, going on for a while, and the internet did what the internet does. Outrage, shares, reposts. People saying, this is why I can't trust these places. People saying, this is why I'm never eating out again. People saying, this is exactly the kind of quiet racism that never makes the news. I saw it. I felt it in my stomach. That immediate visceral disgust. Because if even a fraction of that were true, it wouldn't just be disgusting. It would be a violation of the most basic human trust we still try to hold on to in public spaces. But here's what we have to do when something hits that hard. We have to look closer. Not because the feeling is wrong, the feeling is real. The history that makes that feeling real is real. But because the truth still matters, even when the story is designed to light every nerve ending on fire. So let's talk about what actually happened, and what this whole mess reveals about race, fear, trust, and the way we process harm in 2026.
So I'm kind of late on this. Now, I saw a video saying that there's a Facebook group of like 400,000 YT people plotting to spit and put stuff in black people's food. Now, I went to Google. Google says it's not true, but you know how Google is. And I dug a little bit, and it says that group that actually does exist is only like 60 to 15,000 people in there, right? Now, we all know Google gonna say it's not true because all of the people that's rich own these platforms, so they can control what is pushed out, right? So even if it's 60,000 people, right? It's 60,000 people that's plotting to do this. And the main restaurants where most of those people worked at, I had to pause it because I really like this restaurant. It's Texas Roadhouse. The main. Now, I hope this is not real and not true, but it's disgusting to think people still are doing nasty stuff like that just because the color of a person's skin. Like, I've never seen such hatred towards people that haven't done anything to you. Like, you telling me you hate a person so much because of the color of their skin. You don't know anything about that person. You will literally do something nasty to them just because you don't like the color of their skin. Racism. I really hope that this story is over exaggerated and it's not real. But if it's real, I don't even know. Because it really has to be a mental illness. It really has to. Because I don't understand hating someone that literally hasn't done anything to you. You don't know what type of person they are. You don't know if they're a nice person. You don't know if they give back to people. You don't know if they feed the homeless, regardless of the color. You don't know if they give to people that are in need, regardless of the color. And you would do this just because of their color. I'm out, y'all.
Also, why did I just see on my For You page that Texas Roadhouse is getting canceled right now because they got a group chat with like racist white people saying that they're going to tamper all the black people's food and target us, and whenever we go to their restaurants and stuff like that, they're going to make sure our food doesn't come out the right way. Like what? Like what's going on? Like I did like the rolls at Texas Roadhouse, but I'm not going there ever again. I don't care. Like I'm not eating there because like that's unacceptable for one, and then for two, like their response to the video or whatever, I didn't like it at all. Like, it just didn't seem like they really cared. They just wanted to keep our black dollars with us. Like, no, we're not doing that. We need to support black-owned businesses. They need to bring the prices down first so we can support them even more. Even if they keep the prices high, we still need to support them because, like, this is getting ridiculous for real. That's why I'm so pro-black because, like, we get hated on for no reason. We don't be doing nothing to nobody. So like, I'm so confused as to why we're being targeted all the time. Like, it don't make no sense to me. Like, we literally just be living in our own world and like people would just hate on us for no reason. Like, it don't make no sense. Like, that's why I just cook my own food for real. I don't even eat out like that no more because like nobody got time for that. Like, why am I getting profiled just because of the color of my skin? Like, that don't even make no sense. So like Texas Roadhouse, like making a statement just because they lost their verification is crazy to me. Like, y'all didn't even care for real. Y'all just lost that verification and y'all want to keep y'all sales up. That's why y'all want us to, you know, support y'all or whatever. But no, that's done. Like, we're not doing that. And then on top of that, the group chat should have never been made in the first place. And y'all definitely probably knew about that group chat because there's like 400,000 people in there. So how did y'all not know? Like, that don't even make no sense to me. So yeah, y'all are not getting my black dollars. And I hope a lot of y'all stop supporting them too, because them rolls are not that good to be supporting racism, like at all.
So apparently at the Texas Roadhouse and another business called Logan's, they're spitting in black people's food. Yeah. Crazy, I know. Unprovoked, black people minding their business, coming out to get dinner. You're so racist that you have to spit in a black person's dinner. And it's like, what are you even doing that for? It's like, yeah, that'll show them. Like, and that's the thing about racism, bro. Racism does not make sense in real life. Like, in real life, being a hateful, bigoted racist person does not make sense. And then to be so bold as to gloat about it on the internet is crazy too, right? They found this in a Facebook group. People have been, screenshotting from a Facebook group. This young lady talking about it as well. It's so crazy, man. Black people just can't even go out to eat anymore. Just mind their business. We have to now worry about if our white servers are spitting in our food. It's crazy. But anyway.
It was never safe for us to eat out anyway. And now that we see Texas Roadhouse being under fire for their employees coming out in a group chat on Facebook, or a group on Facebook talking about how if they see black diners come in, they spit in their food, they lick their fingers and put it in their food, and them not telling us what it is the cooks do. But this is something we should have been known, because I want y'all to understand. Yes, this is horrible. This is biological warfare. This is terrorism, domestic terrorism at its finest. But I also need y'all to understand that it was already an issue anytime you go out to eat anywhere, because hygiene and lack thereof comes into play. Believe me, I worked in fast food for a long time. I was the assistant GM for multiple different restaurants, and I know how people's hygiene is lacking. So that, coupled on top of the fact that we have to deal with anti-blackness, and you may be having somebody serving you or somebody making your food that just don't like you because of the way you look, that's always a risk we take. If that food is not prepared by us, if we don't see ourselves making that food, if we don't see somebody like us, we're taking a really big risk. And I can't tell you how many times I've ended up sick. Lots of people get food poisoning from going out to eat. It's not just oopsie daisies or a once-off thing. But I thought this was already a known thing, that we don't eat it if we didn't see you cook it. The same way that we say that we don't eat other people's food, we don't eat other people's cooking when they bring the potluck or whatever the case is, that same thing should apply to going out to eat, because these people don't fuck with us for real. And will go as far as announcing to the world that they are spitting in our food because of the color of our skin.
Texas Roadhouse, I'm trying to understand how all the snow crickets and the goddamn Claritin warriors are on Facebook 400,000 motherfucking deep talking about what the fuck they're gonna do to black people's food, and they work and serve for you. I'm confused. You have a safe space for racists? And it's rampant. This has been going on for years. What is going on? You got the snow crickets leaping, jumping, hopping, happy. Girl! And then you gonna put a goddamn ChatGPT statement out because you lost your verification? I can't conceptualize that. I can't put that. It's no words. I don't understand. Like 400,000. Do you know, bitch, that's a country. You got a country of racists within a country of racists. Y'all have lost your goddamn mind to think that I'm going to sit here. Bitch, that's why y'all throw the peanuts on the... Ooh.
This Texas Roadhouse situation is so scary to me, because you really don't know what people are doing with your food before you get to it. Before it gets to you. I used to have a friend I went to high school with, and then we worked together for a while together, and she used to work at Buffalo Wild Wings, and she told me that if a table was rude, they would give them the Buffalo Wild Wings special, which would mean that they would do stuff to your food. They would put it in the dishwater first, and then take it out and cook it, and then give it to you, or like all kinds of heinous things. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And she's like, no, that's what happens. You got to be careful. You know, that's where the whole like premise of you got to be nice to your waiter because they're going to spit in your food. My mom is from the South, so she was always big on you never eat at anybody's house, or be very careful whose house you're eating at. Eat before you go. And to this day, my mom still does not like going out to eat. She'd rather cook her own food, because she'll say, like, you don't know what they're doing to your food back there. You don't know what they're putting in it. And I would always say to her, Mom, well, you don't know what the butcher's doing in the back either. And she's like, I don't care. I know once it gets to me what I'm doing with it. And I feel like sometimes the only recourse you have is to maybe pray over your food. But I think it is kind of scary that in a day and age of DoorDash, you don't know what the driver's doing. It's just scary how many people have access to things that you don't know about.
What do you mean there's a Facebook page with 400,000 followers talking about they spit and put stuff in black people food? Excuse me, bitch. If you're an ally, okay, if you are a YT ally, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to infiltrate that list, okay? and I need you to forward it to me. And what we're going to do with that list is we're going to make sure that Texas Roadhouse and every other restaurant is aware, because it's time to burn it all down and start over again, babes. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. First of all, the food really is not that good. Okay? So just the black dollar, we need to stop putting it places, because we can cook. We can cook better than that food tastes. And y'all know it. Stop going to Texas Roadhouse. Stop going to anywhere that you can't watch them preparing your food. If it ain't Chipotle, Subway, some other kind of way, we will not be eating there until this list comes out and we see every restaurant, every location, every person who's been doing shit to our food. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. Find the list. Somebody do us a favor here now. We were asking you a favor. I need you to infiltrate that list. Screenshot it. Okay, and there may or may not be a reward for it. So get on that.
Well, baby, I took a couple days off from posting on this here app, and then I find out what's going on with this Texas Roadhouse craziness. A group of servers saying that they spit in black people's food, they lick their hands and then touching black people's food. What? Because, baby, what has black folks done to y'all? Y'all mad at the wrong folks. Because last time I checked, y'all need to be mad at the folks that's running this country. So, again, what have black folks done to y'all? But all it takes is something like this to come out. Oh, black folks ain't even worried about it because, baby, we know what not to do. And if you ask me, that's ignorant on y'all's end. So it seems like this is going to be another F around and find out moment for Texas Roadhouse. And baby, that Texas Roadhouse statement that they put out, I still didn't quite get an apology from it. Am I missing that? But yeah, that's ignorant. Imagine hating a race so bad that you got to go and do something ignorant like this. And then y'all so quick to say it's not about race. Well, baby, what is it about? Because again, how do you hate someone that bad that you got to go and announce what you're doing? Sounds ignorant and stupid to me.
To me, after reading both of Texas Roadhouse's responses on TikTok surrounding these allegations around the restaurant employees discussing spitting and contaminating in the food of black customers, I think the company is treating this like an allegation crisis when to me it should be a perception crisis. So let's get the screenshot right now for a moment, right? The thing that should have every executive to me at Texas Roadhouse paying attention to right now is a number that's attached to the story. From what I've seen, there was over 400,000 people that responded to this and what they've done when it comes to black people going to this restaurant. And when a controversy involving alleged food contamination, race, and customer treatment is connected to a community that large and immediately takes off on TikTok, to me, this starts by being about a post. It starts about being about a screenshot. It becomes a test of trust. And after reading both of these responses, I think the company is treating this like an allegation crisis when it actually should be about perception or what people think about Texas Roadhouse to begin with. Now, let's be clear, right? Texas Roadhouse has already denied the allegations and they've called them unfounded. They say it's not true.
The original
it
post
says they're investigating like most companies would do, right? The facts are still being determined, but from a PR perspective, as someone that works in PR and crisis, the question I'm asking isn't whether the allegation is true or false. The question I'm asking is why do so many people find this believable, right? Because a company's biggest reputation threat isn't always what some people know. Sometimes what people are willing to believe. And the moment this story hit on TikTok, it already became much bigger than the original allegation within itself. People start talking about the trust, the culture of the company, and their own experiences. And for many black people, let's be honest, right? Let's have a real conversation. Conversations about discrimination in restaurants are not new, especially being African American. Stories about feeling unwelcome, receiving different levels of service compared to other people, being ignored, stereotypes, or questioning whether they were treated fairly have been and existed for years. We already know that, right? And that's not a statement about Texas Roadhouse specifically, but it is a statement of the reality of a broader hospitality industry of how black people or people of color are treated. So when a story like this, to me, starts trending, many people aren't evaluating on a blank slate. They're evaluating it through experiences they've had themselves or stories that they've heard from family, friends, people that they know, right? And that's why, to me, this spread so quickly, because it didn't create concern. It reinforced concerns that have already existed when it comes to the black experience going in the dining industry, right? And that's where I think that Texas Roadhouse missed a major opportunity with this, because the company responded twice in one day. We all know they're frantic at this point.
And this is
people are
where we
going
have
off
to be
on threads and on social media.
We are absolutely right
They're
to be
going off, and they
angry
made
about
two
racism.
responses already,
We are
and the
right to
credit should be
demand that
given to
restaurants
responding
take
quickly.
food
They did
safety
respond
and
quickly,
customer dignity
but both responses to
seriously.
me fell focused
We are
on
right to
denying the
listen when
allegation
people
rather than
report
addressing the
unequal
larger
treatment.
conversation
But we
happening
also have to
around it,
separate
right?
what is
What I
documented
didn't
from
hear
what
was
is
empathy,
viral.
and what I didn't
Because
hear
when a
was
false
leadership.
story
What I
falls
didn't
apart,
really see
people
was an
who already
acknowledgement of
doubt
why people were
legitimate
disturbed in the
reports
first
of
place.
racism can point
Personally,
to
I
it
think
and
this
say,
call really for a CEO
"See,
to respond or have a
another
video
hoax,
statement and not another written
another
graphic or post on
exaggeration."
TikTok.
And
You already know I
suddenly
hate
the
when people do these
conversation
these
moves away
TikTok
from the
posts.
real problem.
When trust is
That
the
is one of
issue,
the
the
biggest
CEO becomes
dangers of
spokesperson. And I would have rather hear
Sometimes
like,
people
we
take a
understand why
genuine
people are
problem
concerned, we
and
understand why
exaggerate it
customers
because
want
they
answers,
believe the extreme
and we're
version
conducting a
will
thorough
finally make
investigation,
people
and we're
pay
also
attention.
evaluating our
But when
culture.
that
I would be
extreme
looking at
version
all those people
turns
that
out
say
to be
they're employees,
false,
because
it doesn't make
there's a
people
culture
listen
issue here,
harder.
right? Let's be
It gives
completely
them an
honest.
excuse to stop
Because whether
listening
these allegations are
altogether. Think about
ultimately true
someone
or
who
false,
has been
leadership
followed
should be
around a
asking a
store,
bigger question.
ignored
What
at
does
a
it say about
restaurant,
our culture
given poor
that
service,
so many people
or made
found
to
this
feel
believable,
unwelcome
right?
because of their
There should be a
race.
review of the
If that
culture, the
person
training,
sees a
the
story
employee
like
conduct
this,
expectations,
their
and
first
more so your
reaction may not
employees. Like,
be,
who are you
"Let me
hiring to come into this
investigate every
company
detail."
or
Their
continuing to come
reaction
into
may
this
be
company with this
emotional,
mindset they
and
should
that
be
makes
doing
sense.
that or think it's okay
Because
to
when
do
you've
that, right?
experienced discrimination
A crisis
before,
isn't
a
created
new
when people
accusation
see an
can feel
allegation,
like
right? A crisis
confirmation.
to me is created
But
when
once
people see an
credible
allegation
evidence
and they
shows that the
immediately
specific
believe it.
story isn't true,
This TikTok
the
trend will not
responsible
stop
thing is
trending,
to
right?
acknowledge
The
that.
investigation will
We can
eventually
say,
end, but
"The
what customers
specific
remember is
conspiracy
whether
was
a company
false.
earned their
The
trust when it
larger
mattered the
problem of
most." And
racial
right now, Texas
discrimination
Roadhouse
is
to me
not.
isn't fighting a
Those
screenshot.
two things
They're
can
fighting
exist
doubt.
at the same time. Texas Roadhouse saying it doesn't tolerate discrimination should be the bare minimum. Every restaurant should treat food safety and customer dignity as non-negotiable. Employees should understand that tampering with someone's food or targeting them because of their race is never a joke. And every customer should be able to sit down at a restaurant without wondering whether their food is being treated differently because of who they are. But there's an even deeper issue here: trust. Public life depends on a basic level of trust. You walk into a restaurant and trust that the staff will treat you fairly. You order food and trust that your meal is safe. You see a story online and sometimes you trust that someone has already checked whether it's true. But when real discrimination exists, while false stories spread alongside it, that trust becomes harder to maintain. And communities that have experienced discrimination for generations can feel the loss of trust even more deeply. So, no, there was not a secret 400,000-person saliva conspiracy operating through Texas Roadhouse kitchens. That part was a hoax. But racism still affects who feels welcome, who gets the benefit of the doubt, and who feels safe in everyday spaces. That part is not a hoax. The goal should be to hold both truths at the same time. Reject the false story. Confront the real problem. And never allow a viral hoax to distract us from the very real work that still needs to be done. If this story made you angry, shocked you, or even felt personal, that reaction is understandable. But don't let the most sensational version of a story become the only version you're willing to defend. Demand better from restaurants. Demand better from social media platforms that spread unverified claims within seconds. And demand better from ourselves by checking the facts, even when the truth is less dramatic than the rumor. Because fighting racism doesn't require us to believe every accusation. It requires us to care enough about the truth to know the difference. Stay sharp, stay human, and keep your eyes open for the harms that are actually happening, not just the ones that go viral. I'll see you in the next one.